So hi Dan,
Hello.
we're back here on the Rhodes booth,
We are indeed.
and you're going to show us the V8, right?
Yeah, this is the our beautiful new V8 Pro software, which is the first official Rhodes software. And it's the only software in the world as well that encompasses a deeply sampled and modeled Mark 8 as well, which is a very nice thing in itself. The engine is running 30,000 samples with up to 127 layers of velocity per note. So it's really unprecedented, the lengths we've gone to in terms of...
Yeah, that's depth, right?
That's serious depth. Yeah, so we wanted to just have some really, really super authentic software that felt like a real instrument, even though it's obviously paired with it's a MIDI instrument and it's plugged. You have to pair it with a MIDI controller, but we wanted it to feel like you were still having that real Rhodes experience. So we've gone to a lot of lengths to do that. We've had the UI has been designed by Axel Hartman, the same as the Mark 8. So we wanted to have that continuity in the UI and the user experience throughout the product range. It's really important that people get that same feel, whether it's a piece of software that we're making or whether it's the real hardware Mark 8. So as you can see, it looks like the Walnut Mark 8, which we've got right over there. The front panel is basically a blown up version of that front panel, and you'll find basically all the same controls. So it's a one-on-one recreation of the Mark 8, the V8 Pro. We also do have a V8, which is a lower price model of this at $179 US. Which has a more limited feature set and a lower price point, but this is our flagship.
So this is the Pro model, right?
Beautiful modelled analog effects from the Mark 8, the real Mark 8 effects model. So if we just go through from left to right, again, this is much like, it's exactly the same as the Mark 8 itself. So you've got your volume control, an envelope dial, which that interacts with the mid-range EQ here, which is a resonant mid-range EQ, so you can do wah effects. And yeah, that could be foot controlled as well by assigning a MIDI CC from an expression pedal to the mid-range frequency control. You've got your low EQ plus or minus 15, high EQ plus or minus 15. Then our unique varipan circuit, which stands for variable panning, which will give you all the classic panning sounds, again, just like the Mark 8. And like the Mark 8, this will go into audio rates as well. So you can get really gnarly and nasty and spacey. You've got different wave shapes for the panning as well, for different feels. We've got a ramp, a triangle wave, smooth sounding, and a sine at the bottom there. We can do really cool things. So if we go to like the ramp here, and we turn up our envelope, add some mid-range gain, lovely filtered effects. Super wide on there as well, and super slow. A lot of super things. Yeah, and also what we've added, in addition to the Mark 8 front panel, we've got sync buttons, so you can sync to your DAW internal tempo or incoming MIDI clock as well. And that's for all the time-based effects that we've got. Speaking of effects, we've got our compressor again. These are all directly modeled from the real Mark 8 as well. So you really are getting the complete essence of the Mark 8 in this. So you've got your compressor, you've got an amount, get a nice bit of smack out of it, and you can compensate for any volume loss with your makeup. Chorus circuit, which is modelled directly from the Bucket Brigade stereo chorus on the Mark 8. You can hear how dynamic it is as well. Right from the lowest velocity right. Yeah, so it feels really inspiring to play, just like the real Mark 8 does. Again, time sync on that. Phaser is it's a 4-stage VCA phaser like the Mark 8 as well. Fast as well, and slow. You just want a bit of subtle movement to the sound. And again, every single control is assignable to a MIDI CC as well, so you can really get into the performing with the instrument. And then finally on this side we have the delay. Now you might have been thinking, oh, we've got a little bit of reverb on there, but it's actually the Bucket Brigade modelled stereo delay circuit, giving that feel at shorter. Again, exactly like the Mark 8 in terms of its functionality. You can do all those sort of pitch swoops again.
Brilliant. So I'm assuming this is shipping now, right? And it's kind of available.
This is shipping now as well. The V8 is 179, and that's US dollars, and the V8 Pro is 299 US dollars. Sorry, 279 US dollars.
Brilliant.
299 UK. Now there's a couple of other things that I'll just show you which are really unique, and that's the per note detailing. So just like you were taking the lid off a real Rhodes if you're brave enough in the old days, or you obviously don't need to do that on the Mark 8 because it's all set at the factory, but you can nuance every single note in the piano to your own liking. So for example, here we've got these 4 lanes. The top is the per note volume. The next one down is the damper response. So if I just turn off the delay here for a second, go back to the setup window. You can then, so you can turn up the level. This is the damper response, so you can make the note feel tighter or looser. And then this lane here is fine tuning, so you can, if you want, you can put notes out of tune within a chord.
Right, okay.
Sorry, it's that one there. Just put that right there.
So what's the range of the detune? 25 each way, is it?
Yeah, 25 cents, yeah. So yeah, no real Rhodes is ever perfectly in tune, even if it's saying it on the tuner, and you get all that beautiful movement. So you can really, you know, it's quite unique in how it offers that ability to really detail every single note like that. And again, we can do the same for the timbre at the minute, which is the pickup to time position at the bottom. So if you take middle C, it's like you're moving the pickup on the piano, but it'll even go beyond that to more extremes. So if you want really, you know, sounds that are sort of Rhodesy but beyond what a normal Rhodes could do, this even can go beyond the real piano in some ways as well. So it's a really nice amount of control, but very easy, even for somebody that might be intimidated by interfaces. We've tried to keep it very simple to use, you know. So now we're going to finally go on to the third and final page, which is the detail page. And this allows further finessing over the effects here at the bottom. So we offer like slewing and smoothing over the pan waves, a compressor threshold control for the chorus effect, again, which are all modeled from the real Mark 8 here. You can delay the channels of the chorus to get almost reverby effects, in fact. You can change the phase and the spread on the chorus channels. And for the phaser, again, you've got more nuancing, so phaser resonance, phase of phase and phaser spread. And then finally, the Bucket Brigade modeled stereo delay, which has a ping pong mode, and you can add jitter as well, so a slight wobble to the sound, almost like a tape delay, and spread the channels out as well. And again, what's really nice is that there's some cross-pollination when you described it as a symbiotic relationship between the real Mark 8 and the V8, in that when we designed the V8 Pro, because the Mark 8 has a layer of digital control of the analog, we've now added many of these parameters here to the real Mark 8 hardware as well, which is a really nice thing. So it does feel like you're really inside the real instrument here in a virtual form.
We've also got amp cabs
yeah,
as
and
well,
then
right?
finally, well, I say finally, but there's a bit more as well. We've got different amp cabs, so we've got an L5 model here, a Jazzy Chorus model, so that's the clean sound. Let's put the suitcase cabinet on, which gives it a nice bit of low-end thickness and weight. And we've got two mic types as well, which you can use with any of the cabs, a condenser and a dynamic. A couple of classics there. So yeah, suitcase cabinet, a twin, Jazzy Chorus, and the L5. And hopefully in the future we'll add some more models to that. And then the top row, you've got global tuning, a mechanical noise control, which adds in real noise that's been sampled and recorded from the internal cabinet inside the Mark 8. You can really hear the hammers at work there. Same for the pedal. So it all just really adds to the authenticity of the sound and the feel when you're playing the instrument. We also have this timbre shift control, which is as if you're taking the lid. This is a global control, as if you're taking the lid off and you'd revoiced your piano. So you can then, even though it's the Mark 8 that's been sampled and modeled for the V8 Pro, you can essentially dial in the character of older models as well. So you can get a much more mellow kind of early Mark 1 sound. Of panning onto there. Classic back to the detail page there. So yeah, you can hear how the timbre changes. From real hard kind of sound, right down to more mellow. And then we've got a further, what we call a profile EQ, which is a detailing EQ, so you can get even more granular and surgical with your EQ. And then the very last thing are controls for velocity, so you can really dial in the sound of the V8 and the response to your specific controller or playing style. You know, if you're a hard hitter, you might want to back off the velocity a little bit so it doesn't overshoot on the velocity all the time. And you can change the curve of that, how it responds across the keyboard as well. And then finally, you've got pedal noise, control as well, and when the noise, the initial velocity level of the noise as you hit the pedal as well. So there really is a lot of control there.
Brilliant. And yeah, I can't remember if we did price or not, but
yeah, so this is $299 US, and the V8 Pro, sorry, the V8 is $179 US. Yeah.
Brilliant.
So there's something there for everybody really at two different price points. With the V8 Pro, you get a lot more detailing, and there's a huge number of, if you see here, artist presets as well. You've got all these extra artist presets. So we've got Bill Lawrence from Snarky Puppy. This is just my headset again. Dr. Mix, Frank McComb, Jake Sherman, Mike Pensini. A lot of really great Rhodes artists on here as well, so it's a real honour to have them included as well.
Brilliant. Well, Dan, thank you very much again.
Absolute pleasure. Thanks,
Cheers.
Ed. My headphones are going. Yeah, thank you for stopping by and checking out the Mark 8 and the V8 Pro.
Brilliant. Thanks.
Pleasure.